What's up, ADHD crew? Today I want to talk about perseverance and reframing negative mindsets. You could say that ADHD is like having an emotional, interest-based central nervous system. So we experience the ebb and flow of life in a very intermittent way, much more pronounced than the average person without ADHD. Sometimes a new direction will crop up and present itself as a challenge that deters us from continuing with other things, simply because it robs us of our energy and it might knock us off track. That can be quite depressing and frustrating. It's very easy to fall into a negative, cynical cycle, and it's very easy to fall into the trap of negative self-talk and not believing that you can do things. But how about we reframe the situation? What if we flip the script and change our mindset so that with each frustrating, tiring, or negative experience comes with some kind of teaching? Maybe we can learn to appreciate these hardships. Maybe we could be taught that anything that requires hard work is worth having and worth persevering for. Maybe it could also teach us that something in our lives has no place in it and it needs to be eradicated or reduced. Something needs to be changed. That's a gift.
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Now, negative thinking can be quite tiring, and you ever think about how lifers stay sane in prison? It might seem like an odd analogy, but I've been thinking about it. They are literally forced to find pleasure in the most mundane of activities. So it's kind of like the analogy of gratitude, right? So I challenge you to write down things that you're grateful for and for things that you've already achieved and come out of. I'd say that's one of the most effective starting points to changing the negative mindset. I really think it boils down to using the emotional, imaginative side of ADHD to spark movement in the right direction, to envisage a positive, more improved version of yourself, and not latching onto the idea of oppressive, self-imposed perfectionism, which drags you down. I haven't uploaded a video in a couple of weeks just because I've been doing different things. I've been busy and I just haven't felt like it. So I listened to my body. I just didn't have the energy, so I thought, they'll be fine for a couple of weeks without me. I'm sure they'll survive. It's okay to take a break from anything. It's natural. It's just your subconscious self communicating with you in hopes that you'll listen and do something. If you fail at something, just get back up on your feet when you feel ready. Once you've had your grieving moment, just dust yourself down, pick yourself up, and try to dip your toe in the pond. Don't have to go full throttle, just warm up to it a bit. So it's really about enjoying and appreciating your journey, albeit a hard journey. But if you just remember that if everything was perfect, you'd have nothing left to strive for. You'd probably be bored and you'd probably cause trouble just to stir things up for your own amusement and excitement. So don't allow hardship to paralyze you and stop your growth. Take a break, but get back on the horse. Reframe the scenario and just say to yourself, well, I appreciate X because I've learned Y. If you can always find some kind of teaching out of anything negative, you're going to be in a much better frame of mind overall, and you're going to be more well equipped to actually deal with these things in the future. The only way is up. You have no other choice but to persevere, really. It's either that or you can just stagnate through inaction, and I'm sure you don't want that. So which choice will you make? You can make small improvements over time. It's all about the bigger picture, not about being perfect and comparing yourself to everyone around you. You should love yourself for the way you are, and you should also appreciate the fact that you're learning to improve yourself and that you're genuinely trying. That's the main thing. It's really only when you stop trying that you actually fail. That's when you really fail. Even if you've stopped trying today and this video kickstarts your journey again, there you go. You've just won.